And we're live. Shout out to Great Goodies for being here this morning. And Jet Shelley, thank you for being the first one here this morning, along with Great Goodies being the first one here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery driver, round town, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the Brother Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. Please continue to go over to Troy's channel and support him. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Big up on yourself and thank you for being here this morning. It's another morning on Morning Thoughts. Hope all is well in your world. Hope you're up this morning feeling blessed. A lot of us have a lot to be thankful for this morning, regardless of what's going on around us. Not true? All right. Some people still have employment. You can pay your bills. Some people are far ahead financially, doing well into the new years. Nobody in your family is sick. All these things. Take these moments in. Enjoy them. Be thankful for them. Because life throws us curveballs, right? And when life throws a curveball, them, we got to deal with those too. So it's not always up, but that's life. So we're good and up and happy this morning. All right, feeling healthy and good. Listen, so this morning we're coming from our WhatsApp chat room. That's the topic. I'm going to big up some people, but the topic is live from our WhatsApp chat. A lot of people who are on the live are not in the chat, and the chat room is full. So I picked a couple of things, recent events from the chat room, where I'm going to access the chat room and play them directly for you by phone, and then we're going to talk about those or laugh about those or whatever it is. And then there's a particular headline in the stories that says a man went in search of condoms and met his tragic end. And I thought it was a New Year's Eve shooting gun story. I saw a video yesterday out of Jamaica where the girl was also celebrating her birthday. I'm sure a lot of you probably seen it. While people were, I guess she's a New Year's baby. So while people were doing their gun salute for the New Year's, Happy New Year. Some of us set off firecrackers and fireworks. Some people just pull out them gun and just empty it in the air. She's in one of those communities, I guess, where gun is holy, and the people don't even look like they're too afraid of the gun. Because when gunshot are beat me, go inside. And people with sense go inside, but they stood around like, we know who it is, we know where the shot's coming from. Him not fire over here, so. And she was walking by, and as them say, Happy New Year, girly. Have y'all seen it, the video? Happy New Year, girly. Bow! She picked up a shot on video in her leg. This is in Jamaica. And to hear the other women around her when she got shot, they were like, me or one of them, I said, Bomba clot, my girl, you get shot. Yeah, she gets shot, It's like basically like she was telling her, walk it off. It's like in her thigh. Listen, your thigh has your femoral artery in it, the biggest artery in your body. All right. And if you get hit and that femoral artery is severed, you will bleed out so quick. The thigh. Boom! Big hole in her thigh, big gunshot. And the way she just walk it off, she was like, me get shot, And the other girl, bomba clot, yo, she get shot, She get shot. Somebody like they didn't even really care. It's like a natural thing around here. So we pick up gunshot. Got me off a laugh. We pick up gunshot around here, so regular. And I thought, damn, what a way to start out the new year. By the way, we finished the new year with, remember at the beginning of 2021, going in, I said Jamaica looked like by the end of the year we're gonna probably be about 1,100 or something like that. People murdered on the island. I think we finished close to 1,500. Finished the year close to 1,500. So they way outdid what I said they were going to do, even though I already knew that it was going to be over 1,000 because we've done over 1,000 for 10 years in a row consecutively. See? Why? We start the new year miserable. Miserable. The one story that really got me is the little 10-year-old girl. I don't know if y'all seen the story or heard of the story. I read it and I found it so depressing to do. She was in her house, chilling with her family, and man come, rough up family, kick off door, or push. They were trying to push their way into the door, multiple people. So while one was pushing the door, as the story says, while one was pushing the door and the occupant of the house was bracing the door back so they don't get in, because their intentions are to get in and slap with everybody in there. They're bracing the door. The other person reached inside the house with the little space that was left and fired shots in the house, ended up killing the little girl. She was 10 years old. And when the mom was speaking about her daughter, is always the sad part. Because mommy said, you know, she just said to me, say, mommy, me feel like me paralyzed. And your 10-year-old says, mommy, me feel like me paralyzed. And the mom is saying she didn't see no blood, no anything that would indicate that her child was shot. Is when the child said, when the people them gone, because they smelled kerosene oil or gasoline or something. I guess they were also planning on setting the house on fire. So them well dosed down the house with gasoline, but now they're gonna kill everybody inside, light the house on their way out when they're leaving, right? And that's how it went. Mom made me feel like I'm paralyzed, the story said. And I thought, damn, yo, I'm a dad with 6 kids. These stories always hit hard. You know them say when you're young, or when you're before you start making or having children or whatever, you look at things very differently. Once you start to have kids, you start to look at things really, really differently. And you actually start to become like your parents or your grandparents, those figureheads that were there for you growing up, whether they were good influences or bad influences. This is where it really kicks in. The teachings really kick in as to how you're going to handle things now. You know, so some of us that come from turmoil and come from messed up backgrounds, this is where all the teachings kick in. And you're going to react now like how you used to see mommy and daddy react, or whoever was around you that was raising you and influencing you the most react. This is always troubling for me. Mommy me feel like me paralyzed. And she said she started touching her child all over the body. And then that's when she found the spot. And she realized that the child was shot. 10 years old. 10 years old. They made a mural in Jamaica and this mural is supposed to be strictly children's name on it. All the names of all the children, not children who passed away because they were sick, not children who passed away from natural circumstances, because that's life. Life gives us lemons. Sometimes it happens like that, and that way is sad as well. But it's always sad when you lose anybody. It's always even more sad when you lose a young person, because you know, when babies are born and children are growing, somebody in the environment is thinking you're going to grow up to be so and so, and you look like you have certain kind of talents and skills. To see these things cut short is always sad, whether it's by sickness or it's by violence. But the mural that they put up was supposed to be for children who were killed violently at the hands of adults or whatever, violence. That mural, a big old mural, ran out of space to put names on it. That's how many of our children have been murdered just in the past, say, decade alone, right? Just the mural. I was looking at one of my old pictures from Jamaica. I have it on my phone. And I was looking at how dirty my feet were. And I'm little tight up pants. You know, I was very young. Where's my other phone? I might have to get up and grab my next phone. I was looking at myself and I'm thinking, boy, those were the days when we used to play outside. Play outside till your foot them dirty up and your clothes dirty because you have on your yard clothes. Nobody... We didn't worry about things like that. Gunshot was something I never heard. I never heard a gunshot growing up in Jamaica. Never. I've never heard a gunshot growing up. And I never saw anybody with a gun except for one policeman. And that policeman used to also get drunk. So he used to get drunk and walk home staggering with his gun on his hip. Mr. Powell. And Mr. Powell, Mr. Powell never ever back out him gun and shoot at anybody or anything. He was a staple in the community. He was respected. He was somebody that even though him stop a shop and drink him rum before him go home, and nobody ever tried to lick him down and take away him gun or him drunk. No, yo, murder a police boy there and take off him, strap off of him. We never had any of that. Any of that. I went to school with his son, Kip. Anybody who come from where I come from will remember Mr. Powell and will remember Kip, right? And we went to school together and we were fine. Our community was good. May I talk about Clarendon, Clarendon that used to be so peaceful. Never ever heard a gunshot. No picnic dead in my time coming up from gunshots. So to see now, like we start off the year with back-to-back killing of children, and then double murder, so, and then triple murder over this one, double murder this one again. Hey man, I told y'all last year, which was just a few days ago, that things are going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And people say, SouFlo, stop talking bad about the place because words are powerful and you're predicting things. No, we're predicting a trend that we're seeing. We're predicting based on the trend that we are seeing. Every year, it gets worse. Every year. And I've been on here for 6 years. So I can't be on here and say it'll get better again and then it got worse. It's going to get better again and then it got worse. It's going to get better again and then it got worse. At some point, I have to be like, listen, every year that I've said it was going to get better, I was hoping for it to get better. It got worse. It got worse. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. 2021 now. What's up? I don't know. I feel some type of way, but you know, I'm not trying to promote the helpless feeling. So this brother here now, let's do his story first. Because when I first saw the story, I thought it was gunshot or something like that. The one that went in search of a condom because, you know, something nice and round, so she want you to deal with the situation. And you're going to deal with the situation as you were blessed by the Most High with the tool to do. So you might got handling business. And things ended with his life ending. The story is taken out of the loop, and the story says a 25-year-old man from Winthorne in Westmoreland. By the way, Westmoreland is going on bad right now with the murders, but we're not talk about that. A 25-year-old man from Winthorne in Westmoreland who went in search of a condom on New Year's Day is now dead. Cathy says she gonna give you your first piece for the New Year's. She gonna start you off right. But hey, safe sex. You can't just jump in like that. His death, according to the police, has since been classified as a death by misadventure. I not to believe that story, I know. But I'm gonna roll with it and see what you think about it. Watch this. Watch this. His death, according to the police, is now ruled as a misadventure. I guess he went on an adventure and he missed. Loop News has learned that the man who was from Moras district in Whitehorn went home with a female companion on Saturday, January 1st. You know, party done. All right. However, about 4 a.m. now, when he reportedly wanted to do the do. And so Luke put it, Luke says when he reportedly wanted to have sex, that means he was ready. He realized that he didn't have a condom and he's not a bareback rider. So him now got a route without proper protection and these things. So he decided to say he was going to go down to his friend's house real quick, nearby, to get one from his friend. Birds of a feather flock together. See? While returning to his house, he reportedly attempted to jump a wall to leave. But as he jumped the wall, he fell on the other side on a piece of steel that pierced his abdomen. He was pronounced dead at the SouFLoTV Public General Hospital, just like that. So it wasn't gunshot for this one. It was a misadventure. Boy, oh boy. All I can say is my condolences, because you weren't out there hurting anybody that didn't want to be hurt. He was about to go hurt something that wanted to be hurt. He was about to serve and protect. He was about to service. He was about to bring joy, I'm guessing, right? She probably sit on there, wait for her things, anticipating the ride. And just like that, life is gone. John, no. What's the topic? O'Neal Malcolm ain't no topic. For the people who tune in on a regular basis, you know I said yesterday that for the next 2 days, which is today and tomorrow, I'm going to be on the road. Right now, I just wanted to check in with you this morning because I actually wasn't going to do a morning thoughts because I got to go pick up a vehicle pretty soon and jump on the road. I'll be in Miami shortly in a couple of hours, and then you'll find me in Atlanta, somewhere in Georgia, blah, 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 next, right? So for the next 2 days, I'll be moving, but I didn't want to let, so people come in and them check in. So there's no particular topic this morning. It's basically a story about a brother that lost his life on New Year's Day, and because he went to go look for a condom. And the headline would have you believe, because it's Jamaica and so many people are getting shot, when we hear lost life, we automatically think gunshot. Well, it was under innocent situation, circumstances that he did lose his life. What a combo lumber though. If him have a girl or a woman, and this is a side catty where him, him they like go deal them with the matter. If him have a Jamaican woman, you already know what your comment is. Serve him right. Serve him right. See that? I tell you, say you're gonna get catch one day. See that? I applaud him for not wanting to go the ride without the robbers. He make up his mind, say he has to use the robbers, and it cost him life. Some man right now has to see them, let us go right now, and then deal with that later. But all right, so we're gonna get into our chat room now. Now I got access to chat room. We have to text yours thing, make joke here, man. Like we said yesterday, none of us are going to leave this place alive, right? When it's all done, it's all done. We can't cry over everything, and we definitely can't cry over spilt milk. Our condolences goes out to his family. He wasn't a violence producer in this situation, so we have to give respect to that, right? It's under them circumstances that him lose him life. Such nice people. Nurse James, blessed love, sis. Good morning, Nurse James, and thank you for being here. I never shout out some people this morning. Hold on there. Somebody said they're offended when I shout people out because I take too long. Well, that's your business. Listen. So Great Goodies is in the building. Great Goodies, thank you for being here and for being the first one here this morning. Jet Shelley is here. Good morning, Jet Shelley. Caribbean Queen is in the building. Lisa Marie Chin King is in the building this morning. Brown and White G is here. Craig Bailey, family, big up yourself. Lenora Todd is in the building. Yardi Ting is here. Wayne Nathan is here. Vanny Hall is here. Sharice Welsh is here. Lisa Marie Chin King, I said already. Carrie Ann Jones is in the building. Lexus RCF24 is in the building this morning. Shelly Belly there, bright and early in the building. Mr. Article Don, I hope all is well. You are here this morning. Queenie Morris is here. VB721 is in the building this morning. Charma the Star is in the building this morning. Stacey Ann Williams is in the building this morning. Claudia Ferguson is here. Michelle Williams is here in the building this morning. Carolyn Scott, thank you for being here. Nikki Rainford, Sativa T, Fallon Carrington, So Fine is in the building this morning. Sandra Thomas, Guava 876, Queenie Morris again, and Luke Sargent is in the building this morning. Manners and respect to you. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. Luke Sargent, are we from the same area? Because I know somebody named Luke Sargent as well. So are we from the same area? Luke Sargent, may I talk to? Are we from the same area in Jamaica? Because you might be somebody that know me from my knee. From me did little bit and wild. I grew up wild enough people. I'm telling that already. But not wild in a bad way. Wild now means that you grow up busting gun wild and robbing people and doing stupidness. Not them the kind of wild. I grew up wild. I grew up country boy wild. Run up and down all over the place. Whole heap of land space to run and explore and climb tree and drop out and stone this and stone that and lick down what's nest and run and My cousin get bite up until him swell up fat so, but me did fast as so me run left the wasp them, me get like a two sting, but I was okay them, cause you mischief in the bushes and these kind of things. So we grow. And Luke Sargent seemed like one of the people, I know that name from somewhere else. When they never stone wasp nest and run. Yeah, we used to have some big wasp nest, big like so. Like this. You know, when we find them in the bushes, we have so much time on our hands as children. We used to be like, all right, you have your rock stone, you have fling? You have fling too. All right. You have fling at the same time, but you have to run, you know. All right, you have to run. And then wasp you cross, you know. These ain't the wasps like the wasps you meet in the US. The wasps them when we meet here, them kind of lazy. Them fly down upon you and them like, you're not really bothering me, and they leave, right? You find after them one time, they're and they leave. Not Jamaica wasp. Jamaica wasp follow you go all the way to your yard. You could have, you see and ball cut cross Miss Matty yard over Mr. Jones them fence. In the backyard, the wasp still there. And the wasp they go bite you, sting you. And it's coming to sting you. So we wasp them different. So when you lick down a big old wasp nest, you're in a problem. My cousin name was Jeff. Jeff did red. Red. Come have some red people in my family with. So Jeff did red. Right, already that's just his natural complexion. Clock down the big old wasp nest. Take off a run. Yo, my dolly two banana tree and down in the cane piece and come you know when you're running with fear, like them are gonna kill me. If this many of them bite me, them are gonna kill me. So I never see Jeff till I reach where we were supposed to be going. And let me see Jeff I come. And at the fastest we ever see somebody swell up when wasp bite them. Jeff head big like this. And he eye them come like Chinese like this. My poor cousin couldn't even talk. But him good today though. See, him good today. We have memories. Childhood memories to talk about. Beautiful, beautiful Jamaica boy. Wish we could have give the youth them today that in a bottle. That grew up there. Anyhow, Gary come to his funeral of his brother, I believe it was, and Gary, I know the chat room there, you know. Gary come to the funeral of his brother, and Gary is supposed to be singing. I don't know who said this yet. Gary is supposed to be singing at the funeral, but Gary not in them church thing. Gary is a Rasta. But anyhow, it's his, I think it's his brother's funeral, and he want to leave a special, you know, drop a one note at the funeral and thing. Jack who? Spaniards, you mean? A Spanish got carjacked. SouFLo, you are my boss. Robert Richards, big up yourself, family, and thank you for being here. If you're telling about when we used to tease dog and run, that different. Yo, you have to have speed to tease. We used to do stuff like hop truck. Not supposed to be doing it because when I was growing up, I actually had a friend that tried to hop a truck and then drop off at the side of the truck and drop under the wheel and the truck run over him. So one kid died, and that's how children used to die tragic from when I was growing up under those circumstances. 7, 8, 9 boy pick me and run down the one truck back to jump on the truck back because walking to school is far. Somebody said yesterday their 2 children were boarded out at Knox, and but they didn't roll out of bed to go to the door or to the school. They actually had duties. And I said, yes, I know that, but that's not what I was saying. I was saying yesterday that them basically roll out of bed because they're on the same campus as their classes are, whereas we used to have a hop truck, roll up Punchfoot, cross river, real talking up, roll up Punchfoot, cross river, and then when we get there, we had to look presentable as if we just came from next door as well, uniform, well ironed, because Knox is very strict and they're checking for all this. You can't just show up to school drenched in sweat, your clothes crush up, all that. So we still had to go and present yourself. That's what I was talking about. Our journey getting there versus the children who were able to afford being boarders and staying on campus and them kind of something there. Anyhow, we are dogs. We used to and we used to make the slowest person go on first. If you can't run, go on slow. Running has always been our thing. If you can't run fast, go on. Run fast and go on. Because we'll tease the dog them today. That kind of thing. And we didn't even think about getting bit up. We just used to tease the dog them, and when the dog them can't take the teasing no more. Remember, you know, these yards that we're teasing dogs in, them yards, they never have no gate. is what we call shoe block or flowers and stuff used to border the property, right? So the dog can come out from anywhere under the shoe block, but the dogs used to like, I don't know, them used to play with you, I guess, run the property line and run back and forth and and we there, anytime one of them dog there, out the gate, everybody down the road. All right, your speed, I gonna get test now because who left in the back I get bike today. We over gully. If you can't run and the dog never catch you, I don't know if you've been where I'm from or these parts, but we have some road in Jamaica where you don't have nothing over the side. If your car go that direction, you're going over. Steep drop. But sometimes there's a little embankment over there. So we would have run out when the dog them get too close to you and you can't. If you're one of the slow, you just chuck that way there. Or run up in a tree or something like that. And those were fun times for us. That's the most trouble we made growing up. Boy picnic. And that's it. Anyway, let's take in Gary this morning and have a good laugh and start our day out like this. See? Theta.
Mother Queen's son and the brother, and he's here with us this morning. He said he would like to sing a song. So I took him in the kitchen to hear the song. And it's about love. All right? And so I want to give him the opportunity to sing about love this morning. Right? He visited us before, he's back again another time. So just, the Bible says, this house is called a house of prayer
for all people.
So, all right.
All right. Yes. Kings of kings and lords of lords. Thank you, every child of Judah.
Lord, for
Lift up Jah, rule us all. God saying.
God saying that people in church.
I am a blessed man, I am a blessed man. I walk with my hand. I am a blessed man, I am a blessed man. I walk with my foot. I am a blessed man, I am a blessed man. I walk with my eye. I am a blessed man, I am a blessed man. I walk with my head. Me not a dread, me no. Ballad Joe, and not a dread, me no. Ballad me not a dread Joe. A ballad. All right, you want some Christian song? You want some?
Yeah, give me the Christian song.
Religious. All right. Christmas time, it's a Christmas time. Me sing Christmas time, it's a Christmas. Oh God, you know what Christmas is that? All right. Wow. We chop up on that one now. Yeah. Jesus love me, this I know. From my foot to me toe. Jesus love me, this I know. From me foot to me toe. Jesus love me, this I know. From me foot to me toe. Me say Jesus love. Read it. Jesus love me, say Jesus love me, say. From me head, me say from me toe. Me say Jesus love me, say. Read it. Bass and drum and thing, man. Jesus love me, say Jesus know me, say from me head, me say from me toe, me say Jesus love me, say Jesus know me, say from me head, me say from me toe, me say. All right, one more. All right, come, man. Hey, come, get here, go on with it. Jesus love me, say Jesus know me, say from me head, me say from me toe, me say Jesus love me, say Jesus love.
Yo, sing Gary. Sing Gary. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. What? Yeah. Watch Pastor say, all right, no, church song, religion. Gary said, well, you want religion? All right, man, I chop up another one. I chop up a next one. Woo! I want to tell you, But me don't laugh. Hold on. Gary. Oh, well, oh, mm, mm. Listen up. Ooh. So, Gary, me don't know if it's like Gary. You see people like Gary now. I don't know if y'all grew up like I grew up, but church and them kind of thing, yeah, church used to be for us. They would scorn the Rastaman if the Rastaman would come into the church. Unless the Rastaman did come to the altar and say, I want to cut off my dreadlocks and I want to give my life to Jesus. All these things, right? So things have changed a little bit. Now them said this is a house of worship and a house of the Lord for everybody of all walks of life. Pastor, prepare the path for Gary, because there are a lot of people in the church who are wondering what he might do up there, so back of the mic. What Rasta have to do with Jesus business in a field church and thing. Cause a clean cut image, them say kind of thing. So Pastor paved the way. Pastor said this is a house of Lord for everybody of all walks of life. And I call him in the back. Now, if the man saying want to sing a song, right? Why would you have to call him in the back and hear what the song is about first? Wouldn't you automatically assume that because he's a person of sound mind and sound reasoning, Gary look normal, right? So I would automatically think that Gary knows that this is a church. Gary grew up here, so Gary now come in and come sing skin out nothing and knock it like a hammer and them kind of thing. That Gary's gonna come in here with reverence and probably sing something that's clean. Why you carry Gary going at the back? Go hear the song. Him say it's a song of love. Give the floor to Gary. I want to see what happened. I want to tell you something, right? No blaspheme. Marcus says no blaspheme. I want to tell you something about Gary, though. You see them people there? Sometimes are the most realest people you will ever meet. They're actually, enough of the time, them heart cleaner than a lot of the people who pretend to be this and pretend to be that, pretend that they're holy and all that. Gary's a real youth. Trust me. And them are the kind of people me grew up with. I'm going to go sing a song anyway, man. Yeah? Pastor, I like you, A business about pastor. I love where I deal with Aya. Saying the message of Rastafari is love and it must reach the masses. Even if I could go in a church, go give it to them. See? I saw them operate. They don't want her to fly. Them just want to spread some love. So big up to Gary for that, Gary. You never bust no gun, you never hurt nobody. You were singing, making a joyful noise unto the Lord. And that was Gary. All right. We have our next one now. Moving right along. I will not stay too long this morning. Gary look real for true. Yeah, man, Gary real, man. You can tell. Them are the people that I like to be around, like to hear them talk and reason with them and think them vibes always good. There's always a joyful vibes and natural vibes kind of thing. No pretentiousness and pretty up anything. I don't know what I talk. Those of you who have the joy and the experience of being around people like Gary, don't? Only thing is when you cook the pork, you can't cook it in the same kitchen as Gary. And the militant. Now this one has the music in it. I don't want the music to give a copyright strike. So whoever is on the live now, when you see this, if you're in the chat room, you're good, you have a seat. When you're on the live, if you see this now with music, and then you see later on it don't have any music, it's because we got a copyright strike and they decided that you either had to take the music out or whatever. So as we move, this is life in Jamaica for you. I want you to pay attention closely to the screen now. Police officers at work. All right. You remember them said Jamaica is festive all the time. All the time. Watch this. Ready? Here we go. Wait, wheel and come again. Watch long a police car now. a police officer enjoying time in the community, don't? Boy, officer catch it on the car. That they get a little bit out of hand though, because officer could have take a simple one wine and keep it professional. It's just like in New York when you have the carnival, right? When you never see that. When you have the carnival in New York, the Labor Day on Eastern Parkway in New York City there, you see the girl them jump up on the police officer them and them wind up them thing and thing. The police officer them usually give them a what we call a conservative wine. The police officer usually gives them a conservative wine. He has to be mindful that he's in a crowd. He has a live gun on his hip. Somebody might can take the gun and use against him. All kind of things. So he has to keep his wits, right? His bearings about him. So I'm getting a conservative wine and I smile for the camera. Not this officer. That gone too far. You see how she tick. You see how she tick. You see which part for her leg them go. You see where the one leg they go. I play again for you because you're not looking. Watch. Watch down at the police car. Pink suit. Make sure you. Racing now, squad. Right. Serve and protect. Serve and protect. Right. Yeah, knock it like a hammer. Serve and protect. Ooh. I'm gonna say Jamaica always vibes, you don't? Alright, Squaddy said them want peace. Yeah, Squaddy never take that wine there just for no wine. Squaddy is making her know say later after me get off of the beat. Want beat something else for real. Just like this. I remember say your leg them can still go up there, so. Cause I want the same one here. Right, that's so. The one there. Where you just do. She tick. If you see her standing up, she don't look like she can do what she just did. That was some gymnastics, acrobatics stuff. How many of us can stand and hold one leg up and still turn up? Eh? Especially hold it up over your own head until turn up straight. She hold her one leg up over her head until Mama in a good shape. She is in good shape and condition. And it's sturdy. Sturdy. As I said, it's sturdy to the right. It now wobble. It's sturdy. Squaddy's been training hard lately, keeping himself in good shape, and he's been stressed out by the job. Some of a whole heap of stress we got to take out somewhere on something, on somebody. She look like she fall right in line. She's welcoming. Right, that's a Squaddy. Put it right, that's a serve and protect is what he's doing. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Somebody sent this to me as a SouFLo. This is why crime can't solve. Because you see, this is the kind of something them. Let me tell you something, right? These police officers and law enforcement officials, that's why I say big up the good one them. They're still people. They're still just people, and they are us because our brother, our sister, our cousin, our friend, we grew up in the same environment, same socio-economic struggles and whatever. You know what I say? So they are the same people them. Sometimes them need a release, man. And sometimes they need to interact more with the community like this on another level. That way when time things are going, people feel like them have a one person them can say, boy, I mean, I talk too much name and thing, but over there, so gone about my business. I'm not a snitch out of here, boy. The job's stressful. The job's stressful, and we tend to hold them at this. Now, you're a law enforcement official. You are supposed to be held to a higher standard. But you're out there on the beat. Things get festive. It's a festive time of the year. Let's not criminalize them for that. You know, let's not criminalize them for that. In saying that, off of that onto something else. I was made aware by someone that they sent a barrel to Jamaica, and the person was asking me, SouFLo, how come it's like the guns are coming into the country, definitely could be sent in by regular people, even though we know there are many ways that they come in, and a small amount might be coming in through the way that this person said. they did a little, it's not really an experiment. Them pack a barrel, them send the barrel down. They asked for verification after the barrel arrived, you know, looking at it and see, take pictures. Everything was exactly how it was packed. But I was telling the person that we have what is called x-rays, and x-rays has gotten way better. So sometime now, back in the day when you send barrel to Jamaica, them used to open a barrel, empty it out, and repack it back themselves because they might look for what them want out of it. Plus, they're looking for contrabands, right? This contraband they're supposed to be looking for, but you know, we're a little extra. So we look for something for ourselves, and then you couldn't send stuff from foreign, and it's supposed to pass me, and me a checker, you know, leave something in there for me. For the person where I check the barrel, then you're not kind. So we used to, you know, have a time where we take out one thing out the barrel. So you used to send barrels and your items, they're missing when them reach. So now they don't normally do that. In some cases, they don't even open the barrels at all. So people are saying, yo, this is a way that the guns could be coming in, because if they're not even opening the barrels to search them, I may make the person know, say, there's modern technology where it scans through everything and anything. Just look, even at the airport, they upgraded the technology at the airport. You ever see the screen? When you look at the screen, no matter how tight you pack your bag, you could have put razor blade in the middle of the pudding. It's gonna show up on the thing. They'll be like, what's that in the middle of that? That looks like a cake. What's that thing right there? Pull that item to the side, please. Pull that bag to the side. So them not go through barrel and everything again. I don't know if they have this technology in Jamaica, because if they don't, then they should be still searching the barrels. But maybe these barrels go through that from the host nations where the barrel is coming from already, just to try to put somebody woes and worries to rest. It just came across and I thought, let me put that out there. Yeah, man, but you used to send a barrel and half of the stuff them didn't reach. Because, brother, they're on there, take out this. Ooh, this look nice for my daughter. My daughter is a size 4. I want this 4 for me. Put that over there. So, size shoes, them shoes, they look good as a size. I was sending Jordans. And Cartel say, Jordans are the latest thing. Blood fire, all a pair of clocks, you know. Let nobody look a size 12 or my size, that, you know, over there. So, and they used to do that. They used to go shopping in the people them barrel. But we are trying to eliminate those things. Yeah. Someone else said, why is it that in Jamaica they give? Oh, another person said, I grew up pretty much the same way you did. Also a Knoxite, SouFLo, and had not Knox, but another school that was elite in Jamaica, considered of the elites. And I had, you know, the privilege of being around different circles and whatnot. Person said them remember taking their uptown friend them that were also Caucasian downtown to go buy shoes and stuff. And he was pretty surprised and felt pretty bad about it when they were given the tourist price. All right. Listen up. You see things like these, they're chopping. But that's what Jamaicans do. You're going to get chopped. Granny will chop you. Right? And when we say chop, we're not talking about chop you with a blade. We're talking about granny will chop you. Anybody will chop you. And we are a hustling people. I tell people already, anytime I land in Jamaica, this is what I love. I love to see the people there. I love to see the man across the road. Like, right? Where else can you get that at? Right in the middle of traffic as I'm getting ready to go. I see a man that says him have the cold water, the man, the coconut water, and the box juice, and the this and the that, and thirst kill me. So right there, so we can just grab a couple of those. Now, if you're one of those who you wind your car window down and you're like, oh mate, what you charging for those? You're gonna get chopped. Right? And price as in they have a detector. So as it slip out, I could have one word. As it whoop, antenna's gone up, tourist price, chop, and you get chopped. The car behind you just paid $100 fee, which is less than $1 for it. You probably paid about 3 or 4. You know, I don't know. It's a small chop, but you get chopped, right? We don't take these things to heart, man. These aren't the issues that we call problems. Some people that make video and talk about this and the reasons why that. We don't take them to sitting there to heart. All right. When I get chopped, and I laugh about it. Nobody not chop me big. I came down one time in one of the videos we recently did, and mango was in season. I'm staying in town before I go country for a couple of days. So I can't wait to go country because them things that I don't pay for, right? But in town, man go run. And the youth them out in the middle of the street juggling. Them youth that could not sell drugs, they could be robbing people, they could be doing everything else. It's rough. The sun a beat. Them come up, see a girl come up with 3 mango, she cross the street. My wife over there about mango, me want mango. When time me pull up and talk about, I think I let it slip where I said, so how much you charge for those? And she said, what? I said, mango them, how much for them? That, how much you charge for those? Done me already. By the time I said, the mango them, how much you charge for them? She already, the antennas already went up. She already caught the how much you charge for those. So she just slapped me with a tourist price. Now, I have the money in my hand, and I just gave it to her, and I didn't, I was like, damn, that's a lot for mangoes. I was thinking that even while I'm giving her the money. Damn, that's a lot for mangoes. And I'm driving off. As I drive off, I think, no, man, that was really, really a lot for mangoes. That was too much for mangoes, even if you're gonna chop somebody. So I get a real chop that time in traffic. But then I drove away and just thought to myself, hey, that's a reward for the day for actually getting up and going to work. Find a hustle. Find something to do that is productive and progressive. Yes, mango out there, whole heap of mango on the tree. Enough of when can't access those trees, we're not from those communities, or nobody chop you out of them tree, because they will do that to you in the wrong place. You can't just go jump up and full up your big bag of mango off of anybody property. You have to know people or these kind of things, right? Like I was in Jamaica recently. I think the video where you see me walking up the street with a handful of, I think it was June plum, a handful of June plum. Pull over in an unknown part. I'm see the tree loaded. I'm say, yo, I'm gonna pick some of them here. I said, baby, see them there, June plum, So I'm gonna pick some of them here. So I'm pull over, walk down there, and as I was walking down there, I saw people sitting on the veranda of that house that was attached to that tree. See in vicinity? You make sure you hail the people them. Don't come here, come go on like say, your place and everything here grows for you. You're not grocery shopping, because if you're in the States, you can't do it. And if you're in other countries, you can't do it. You can't just go pick off people fruits off of them tree. It's even more scarce overseas than it is in Jamaica. Because in Jamaica we have a wild tree where it grow, but it's on somebody's property. You show the people them respect, right? So me make sure me look on them directly and show them respect, heal everything. Point towards the tree if me can get some as I'm walking, and they're like, come on, go ahead. Nobody is, and kick back like this on their veranda, and they're enjoying themselves in a nice cool breeze there. And I was like, wow. So me pick, full up my pocket them, my shirt, and go about my business. That's all. Respect. See, that's all they ask for is respect. So respect the people. Some foreigner fly down and act like say you must move when them say move, and you must hear me now about some foreigner. You must move when they say move, and everything must be at their foot and fingertips and all that. Take care of your people back home, my friend, and then you can have it like that. If you're not taking care of nobody back home, don't go home and expect to have it like that. Go to an all-inclusive, because at the all-inclusive, everything is included, right? Take care of people in back home. Yes, and I sent a pot set, and they detect metal and search the whole barrel. Yes, I'm telling you, them now the X-ray is so good. Me see a man step through the X-ray the other day, and me see every part-time on the thing. Me I look on the screen and see every part-time on the insides, everything. So these things that they have, like they have another thing now at the airport. If they suspect that you have boofed, like in a prison, them call it boofing. If you ever hear anybody say, yeah, we had to boof it, just know say him shove it up him hoo-ha-ha, right? So they actually have a chair now, and they're installing them in more airports now. So they don't have to grab your bags and come this way and carry you going to a back room. Just giving a heads up for all those choppers out there who feel like they have a way. It's coming to an end. They're distributing these throughout more airports. It's a chair. You sit in the big iron chair, and it x-rays all up in your bum seat. all right, into your anal cavities and your belly and these things. And anything that is in there is going to be reflected on screen. They've caught quite a few people with this so far, and I'm sure they'll be catching many more people with it. So, there's a Jamaican man too, just landing in England, big tall brother, really dark and big and tall. I got through, and the man inside full of cocaine, stuffed in condoms. So, hey, they're chopping. But with the chop comes a price. Hope you're willing to pay the price. Now, this is DSP Linval Phoenix, head of cyber operations in Central Kingston. I don't know if you know it, but Central Kingston, ugly right now. It's been ugly like that for a while. Gang warfare going on and all these things. Over there, so a little girl get killed and a next little youth get killed right before her and all this. But however, he has stepped into the community with the microphone to speak to the residents of the community. This goes out to the wives and the mothers and the girlfriend and, you know, them people that actually know what their loved ones are doing, and they won't turn them in, and they're complicit. And some of them even brag about it too. My boyfriend a gunman. Oh, my man a bad man, and you know, and them kind of something there until police lick them down and kill them, and then they're out there protesting, blocking roads and all these things, knowing damn well that it was a little devil that get killed. That's another one of the issues. And they're questioning, how come the little girl got killed in this community? Not one resident lit a match. Them never light one pair of socks and wave it in the ear. But when man get killed and police says a gunman that, and we have him in this situation, we're absolutely sure he's the one that did this murder and rare, then block off the whole of the road, burn up the place, all kind of something like that. So it's kind of weird, right? You would think like if the children were getting killed, is a good time to block the road them and bring awareness from government officials and security forces to that community. Like, hey, our babies are dying around here. We need more help. We need more of you on the boots on the ground around here. No, everybody quiet, silent, not a word. I keep bringing up this one lady situation, the woman where our two little daughter them, our two little girls that did not mix in the community, them not mix with people. So right away they are seen as, oh, she going like they are too better than everybody around here. A level of jealousy that came to a head and was shown after one of her daughters were killed. Because man in the community, I beg them front. And the little schoolgirl them go and go tell them mother and father. And they snuck up on the house and push them hand through the grill and shoot the two sisters them while they're sleeping in their bed. Kill one, injure the other one. And the bagger woman that came to that lady's gate did not come to her gate to say, we stand with you as a fellow mother. We feel your pain. If you need somebody to talk to, a shoulder to cry on, no support system, nothing like that. They came to her gate with big signs that says, come out our community, leave our community. And they came to say that in front of her gate, staged this big protest because she went on the news and said she believes that it is somebody from in this community that did that to her daughters, because that her daughters kept getting these sexual advances and kept coming to tell her that these guys were advancing towards them sexually and they don't like it. The rest of the women them in our community said, nobody around here no stay, so. No man around here no want a little girl. Come out our community and talk, bring down them kind of something up our way. And I mean a big group of women, you know. Turn up at the woman gate, you know, that just lost her daughter like that, and another one in hospital, you know. So it's the dynamics are weird in these communities. Me not come from them community there, so me can't, you know, and I'm not trying to act like I'm better than, but the dynamics within these communities are weird. If you're not from it, you might not understand why it works like that. It's deeper than what you see, though. Yeah, it's deeper than what you see. When bad man go knock up two gates and say, yo, no better go to a road, go protest here. I see them thing where go on when time, election time come. Everybody have on them green. All right, a JLP run around here, so go out a road, later out a road where they jump up and down. and they control that area, stronghold. Everybody in the better vote JLP or better vote PNP or whatever the case may be. So same thing, bad man get killed, they want to better go out of the road, go make some noise, you hear that? And they out there protesting. Yo, you better go around another woman in the yard in front of her gate, come out of the community. And at the same man them will do it, you know, is telling these, is moving them like pieces on a chessboard. Man, now try to break down the dynamics so you understand. So anyways, listen to his speech real quick.
Some guys who we are interested in.
All right, wait.
That are connected to these two gangs. So there are some guys who we are interested in that are connected to these two gangs. We would have recognized that many of these people who are at war are related, family members. And some of the issues have been deep-seated, meaning that they are stretching all the way back over probably 4 decades. And there seems to be no end. From generation to generation, they keep warring against each other, warring against each other. So these groups are now fighting. And the latest of which is little Josiah, who would have lost her life recently. And we have seen no action from the residents as if to say they were perturbed by that sort of violence that is impacting even the very young within the community. We have not seen that. So we are here and we are going to call out those that we believe. Ryan Baker, OC Braga. You're needed by the Kingston Central Police.
Right.
Tyrone Blair, OC T-Board. Yes.
And I want the family of these people who their name will be called to listen. I want the girlfriend, mothers, cousin, and brother to carry the news to them. That is not because Mr. Phoenix I call out the name and Mr. Margaret I want them. So I want them to turn up to the station. All right.
All right.
Chevron Mitchell, OC Pele, is of 19 Smith. Howard Hill, OC Spanky, 28 James Street.
Spanky.
Vivian Tucker, Jesus. Everybody know him. 25 Smith. Frederick Walters, OC Tuna, 48 Wyman Street. He's wanted, properly wanted. Devian Baker, OC Biggie, 4 Beeston Street.
All these wanted men in a one area, you know.
Omar Chu. Everybody know him as Bigger. Shaban James.
Bigger.
OC Bobo. Winston Dunkley. OC Sharpman. Those particular persons are of interest to the Kingston Central Police as we speak, because we believe that they are actively involved and perpetuating the level of violence that we are seeing in the community. And we wish to speak to them to find out what is happening in this space and how we can put a stoppage to it. When I do my work, I don't do my work with borders in mind. I do my work with a division in mind. And whosoever and wherever you are, I don't care whose house you're in, whether it's in the member of parliament or whether it's in the councillor's house, I'll be coming for you once I have the information.
So, I'm gonna tell them, say, them see me see up on SouFLo play it this morning, brother. So we can't go on like we don't know. They went in the middle of the street in the community. So we can't go on like we don't know. You know, some people are like, well, why didn't y'all just put out a notice that you wanted to see him then, or he should come down to the station then? It don't get no clearer than that. They came into your community, sit down in front of your people, call out your name, told your people, if you're not here to hear it, them better tell you. A report or a dirt. That'll go on. Watch out, see. Report or is dirt. That'll go on. Erica Dean said, my belly, I'm screaming over here from Gary singing drum rhythm and bass. Ah! Yo, listen up. We're going to leave it right there. So this morning, we're at the top of the hour and we have a lot going on today. All right. Actually, now I have to leave. So have a wonderful day, my people. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. Blessings upon each and every one of you throughout the day. Find a reason to smile. Find a reason to continue to smile throughout the day and keep your vibes up. All right. Life is short. Life can be beautiful if you make it that way. It's all about choices. Wise man once said, what? It's not about what happened to you. It's more about how you handle all the stuff that happened to you. So life is about 10%. Damn, this happened to me. 90%, how did you act or react or did after that happened to you? So take control of your situations, yes? Be responsible. Own your wrongs and grow. Become a better person. I'll catch you all right here. I don't know tomorrow. I'm really going to be running. If you see me, you see me. If you don't, just know we'll be back shortly. I'll do my best to check in, though. I respect you to the fullest, and I thank you for being here. All right? Manners and respect. Thank you, Andrea Shevers. And I'll see y'all later. One love. Peace.